Howdy guys, wanted to make a video, should be the last one on gas grenade. I wanted to put together a little FAQ and do like a general build overview. I've had like 5 or 6 people hit me up playing the build, hit me up on Discord and in-game asking questions about it. So I wanted to give some, just like a general overview of the build front to back. I realized in my different videos, I've given different slices of information at different videos. So I wanted to do one as comprehensive as I can make it, detailed guide on the build. So this is going to be a front to back, like how the build works, how it scales from ground up, how it levels, basically all the scaling options and some decisions that I've made that I would encourage others to make as far as like skill gems and how to scale it and how to be efficient and stuff like that. So first things first, I'll explain how the build works. Like for like a brand new player who's like very new to PoE, the TLDR version is you get Plague Finger. All damage from hits contributes to poison magnitude. This line right here. So all damage means physical, fire, cold, and lightning. Normally, you can only scale physical and chaos with your poison. And notice it says from hits, right? That's very important. So we go to gas grenade. The poison cloud does not hit, but poisons enemies as though hitting them, blah, 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 right? So what happens is all your flat elemental damage from your bow, from your and physical and chaos as well add up on this. But the fire, the lightning, the fire, the lightning, the cold, everything, all damage types will add up to a simulated hit, which will then, the gas cloud basically applies a poison. So you put this gas cloud down, and it'll apply a poison to anything in here. It's like a ticking system. So each time an enemy is in one of these things, it'll tick up every it feels like half a second. And then they'll tick up to 6 poisons, which is the max poisons we have. I'll explain later. And then they stay there. And it's like it poisons them as if it had hit with all of these things in here, and that hit is scaled by the percent damage, right? Where is it? Here. This attack damage number here. So this is why I league started with gas grenade, and this is why it's so strong this league. They doubled this damage. Mine's level 23. Level 20, it's like 612. Last league it was like 300. So like they doubled it. And for reference, gas arrow at the same level is 200. This number is 250 versus gas grenade 612. So very strong. The reason to play gas grenade over gas arrow, question I get a lot, is that you have a limit of 6 poison clouds on both gas grenade and gas arrow and the corpse wade boots. So normally the reason you play gas arrow over gas grenade is it's more responsive. So you shoot the arrow on the ground and you immediately get a gas cloud there. With this one, there's a bit of a delay, but it doesn't matter if you scale enough AoE. It feels comfy. You can just gas out a whole area. And this is with long fuse on, so this is even longer. You can swap this out for expedite if you have enough damage and it feels even more responsive. And the gas clouds just chill there and burn everything down. So that's the build. That's why gas grenade. You stack as much flat LE as you can on everything, projectile gems, and all that good stuff. The way we scale defensively is pretty straightforward. A lot of builds do this, but we use subterfuge mask, which gives us evasion per ES on our helmet. So we get a big ES helmet. We get the ES bonus. We get the evasion bonus. Same thing up here with spectral ward. We have a medium high. It's high res is busted, but the evasion's not super high on it. You can get like 2,000 something with a rare. But that gives us an ES, so we get up to around 1,200 ES. And then we have 20,000, 21K almost evasion, which gives us 88% evade chance with high resire. We're basically always this line right here. Can evade all hits if you have not been hit recently. So it basically gives you acrobatics down here, which is huge. But without the 75% less evasion rating. So you keep the higher evasion rating, but you still get acrobatics, which is busted. If you don't have this, a rare chest will do fine. I was doing Simulacrum carries at tier 1 and tier 2 without high res, with just a regular evasion chest piece. It feels fine. Honestly, you get your evasion broken a lot in the Simulacrums because you have so many small mobs swarming you. And even if they die really quickly from the poison, they still they spawn and jump in on you. Omniphobia and Kosis will spawn in attacking you, so that you have 0 time to react, dodge, roll, position, anything. They spawn up, hit you, so you're going to get hit in Simulacrum. This makes it happen less and takes longer, but yeah, it's busted if you can get this. If you can't get this, don't worry, the build still functions perfectly fine without it. Rest of the gear is just evasion and res. This one's busted. The only priority mods on here are evasion, ES, and projectile speed, and then reses. Life would be cool on here as a prefix, but whatever, we'll get there. Crossbow, you want as much flat LE as you can get, and elemental damage with attacks. These are interchangeable. So this bow, I've done the pobbing on this. This bow would do about as much damage. If this elemental damage with attacks was T1 flat fire or T2 flat fire, totally fine. Or sorry, tier 9, tier 10, whatever. Tier 8 even. It's about as much damage. So what I do for my search for this is, I have so many searches up. I'll do like, oops. So I'll pull this up. So I'll do adds flat. You can't do 2 attacks. You have to do fire, cold, lightning, and then you do less damage with attacks. I'll do like 100 for this one. I'll do like 80 for lightning, 80 for this one, 80 for this one. Even though fire is like a lot higher than the other ones. And then I'll go to here. I'll go to count and I'll do 3. Because basically any of these mods are interchangeable. So anything with these 3 mods will work. There's tons of crossbows that are like almost as good as mine. I bought mine for 10x. Like there's tons of 1 div crossbows. The GG one is getting like the +1 grenade. So down here you do a new stat one and you do grenade, skills final industrial projectile. These are the crossbows you're going to want. Ideal suffix is proj gems. Sorry, projectile skills. Do like 5+. This is like the GG one. I don't even have this yet. I can't find it. It hasn't existed all league. Yeah, I've been having to try to craft my own with whittlings. I spent like 20 dev on it. It sucks. So I just don't have proj gems on mine. But that's like the GG one. So that's how you gear that. A few decisions in the tree. I have this +2 gas arrow skills, prism of belief. A good jewel like this is like about the same damage. Genuinely, it's the only reason I did the other one, the +2 prism, is because it gives also scales AoE. So gas grenade, unlike gas arrow, scales radius off of base radius off of gem level. So it doesn't scale it off of quality. It scales it off gem level. So getting extra gem levels, if it's the same damage, the gem levels are better because you get extra base radius, which then goes through all your AoE modifiers. And I think that's pretty much all I got. The build's really straightforward. It's really good. I would encourage people to play it. If you have questions about it, feel free to hit me up. I wanted to make something that just kind of explained the high level stuff and some of the decision making. The last one is the gems. So in Simulacrum, I use long fuse and reach. The accuracy does not matter. We do not hit at all. So the 35% AoE is more efficient than the 30% AoE from magnified effect. For mapping, I'll do magnified effect. These middle ones don't change. So it's magnified effect, primal armament, deadly focus, and deadly poison. These 3 are always the same. I'll swap out these 2. Mapping is magnified effect and reach. You want as much AoE as possible to make it feel good. Long fuse and reach for Simulacrum because you want more damage, but you also want to be able to, the reach feels really nice for the AoE. And for like pinnacle bossing, I do conk effect, long fuse. Depending on the pinnacle boss, some of them move around more, but that's the gem setup. And I think that's it. I'll post a POB down below with a few options. The other one is, this is super cheap now, so this definitely go for this one, the From Nothing, which gets these nodes up here, the Wither effect. I did switch to Withering Presence because it's the easiest way to put on like 7 stacks of Wither. You don't get full Wither, but you get close enough and it's automatic. So yeah, I think that's the basic overview, and I think that answers all the FAQ questions I've been getting the last week or so. We do scale from chaos, elemental damage, like percent elemental damage, percent chaos damage, flat chaos, flat elemental, flat physical. Everything scales into the poison on the gas grenade. So you're safe to just stack up any flat modifiers that you want. But if you guys have any questions, please ping me in game. I think this is about as comprehensive of a build guide as it can get because it is pretty straightforward. Yeah, hit me up in game or in Discord if you guys play this and have any questions. But thanks. Bye.